Hello, you guys. It's Crystal Lopez here from crystalandcomp.com, and I am going live for the first time on YouTube. For the first time in a long time. Like I used to do lives when it was Google Plus Live, back when, before YouTube was owned, before Google owned YouTube, whatever. Anyway, and it was Google Plus. So here we are. I thought I would come on live. I'm getting a late start to dinner, but I'm about to make dinner right now. And I just wanted to ask you guys a couple of questions about your dinner routines. And then I wanted to get some feedback from you guys about the cheese that I'm gonna use. So I wanna know, what are you spending right now on your grocery budget? What is a typical grocery budget for you? In 2025, we have worked to cut our grocery budget in half. And we are feeding 5 kids plus myself and my husband, so that's 7 people. I spend $100 a month per person, and I want to know what you're spending. So that is, last year I was spending about $1,500 a month on groceries, and we have drastically cut that in half. So I've got a video actually over on my channel that's 50 ways to save on your grocery budget. Tell me what your best grocery budget savings tips are, but also I want to know what you're spending and what your family size is. And I would love to know some of the things that you make for dinner at your house on a budget. So one of the cheapest ways to buy chicken is to buy rotisserie chicken. We all know that. You can get rotisserie chickens at your local grocery store. You can get them at Sam's and Costco. At Sam's and Costco, you can get them for under $5 a piece. And actually this one that I got at H-E-B, so we live in South Texas and H-E-Bs are everywhere. And this is the Hill Country Fair brand, but Walmart also carries them, Target carries them. And this was, I believe this was $4.97. So the other night I bought this just to make a quick dinner for my kids. I cut one of the breasts off and chopped it up and put it on top of salad. And that's what we had for dinner after a long day. So I've got the rest of this chicken left, a whole breast, and then thighs, legs, all of that. I'm gonna cut it up, and I am going to mix it with a can of Rotel, which actually this is the H-E-B brand. And I'm going to put in a can of cream of chicken. And then I only have 1 can of cream of chicken, so I'm gonna do a can of cream of mushroom. Do you know where I'm going with this? I've got a package of corn tortillas in the fridge that I need to use up. So I'm going to get those out and use them up before they expire. And I'm gonna make King Ranch chicken. I have not made King Ranch chicken in probably close to 20 years. I used to really love it. Hadn't made it in forever. So I'm excited to make that tonight. A friend was telling me that they made it at their house, and I was like, you know what? I haven't had that in forever. That sounds really good. So, but I'm realizing, so it's a way to use up my leftover chicken, and casseroles are a great way to stretch out any meat that you have or any ingredients that you have. But I don't have much cheese. All I have is, this was a 2-pound block of cheese. This is all that's left in here. So I went scavenging through my refrigerator. Tell me what you would do. So I have got this block of Gouda cheese. So I used this a while back to make bacon Gouda egg sandwiches on ciabatta rolls that I bought at Walmart on clearance. I bought the rolls on clearance for like, I think they were $1.60 or something. I've still got this left. So this is good for like homemade mac and cheese, breakfast sandwiches. I don't know how it would be in the King Ranch chicken with the Rotel. I'll probably add a little bit of taco seasoning too. All right, I've got these cheeses, which, I mean, these really don't even really melt, but I thought that I could take them and just kind of put them on top of the casserole. It's an option. I've got enough of those to go on top of my casserole. I have got these cheese sticks. So I could like shred some of them, maybe run them through the food processor. That actually might be a really good idea. I have got 5 of them. And then I have some deli meat, or some deli, not meat, but deli cheese that I bought the other day at H-E-B when I ran in there to get some sandwich stuff. But it is white cheddar. So it's the white cheddar processed cheese. So it's essentially this, but from the deli, and it's white cheese. But I thought that maybe that would be a good one to top the casserole with. There's plenty in here. Let me see what they actually look like. This might be pretty good. I don't know. It's the same kind of thing. Very processed cheese. But what would you do? My husband just got home from work. What would you do? I'm gonna make King Ranch chicken. Come on in.
King Ranch?
King Ranch chicken. The other day, one of our friends was talking about it, and I was like, you know what? I need to make that. So which one of these would you do? So I'm just coming down after spending the day upstairs working. I've run some errands. I've been, you know, kids and all the
I
things.
would make King Ranch pizza.
No, I'm tired of pizza. You've been making lots of pizza. He's
Got
on a
nice-
pizza kick.
I got a nice risen dough.
Okay. Maybe we should have a cook-off. That would be fun. One of these nights
I
we should have a
challenge
cook-off. Come on into the frame. Come here. So he has been working on, he's trying to master
Several different types
pizza
of
dough.
pizza.
Here, come
So,
a little
yeah,
bit
the
this
dough
way, 'cause I
itself.
think you're cut off a
I'm
little
trying
bit.
to figure out the if I want it thin crust, thick crust, and I'm just so like so amazed on how to work the dough. You could utilize that dough to make almost. I mean, it's bread, so you can make even donuts. You can make all kinds of stuff. So.
It is pretty versatile,
Pretty neat.
for sure. So, but you know what? We've been having pizza because he's been making pizza dough like almost
I've
every
got a
day.
bunch of taste testers over here, and the littles, they just love pizza. So it's like, hey, and if I could get their approval, that means I'm a winner.
But we're kind of tired of pizza.
Well, I know, I really can't eat it either.
Jack,
so.
are you tired of pizza? A little bit. I mean, pizza really is like a big winner for kids. Kids do love pizza, but I'm not kidding you. We have probably had pizza 10 times the last 2 weeks. And it's not like that hasn't been our dinner, but sometimes it has been.
I
Sometimes
have
it's
one
lunch.
child that he's an entrepreneur for just pizza.
He does love pizza.
So, yeah.
Yeah, he does love pizza. I buy him. Hello, everybody that's watching. Hello, hello.
But I'll make my sauce and then put it away and make my own pizza sauce. And so I just make everything organic. Tastes better.
Well, we're not really using organic ingredients. You're saying you just make it from scratch.
Yeah. But it's
Make it
most
from
of the time
scratch.
it's a lot better. There's no other
For
preservatives
sure.
and things like that.
For sure.
So,
Yes, that is true.
as close to organic I can get it, right? So
So tell them what your tips are for making pizza at home. Making your own pizza dough. What are your tips? You got maybe one or two?
give it time, be patient, let it rise. You gotta if you're gonna plan for a pizza party on Saturday, make sure you make your pizza on Wednesday.
Your
And
pizza dough.
Yeah, your pizza dough.
It's
on
actually
Wednesday.
pretty easy. He's
So-
been working on learning how to make sourdough dough for pizza. And he's learning most of it on YouTube, right?
Yeah, but when I was a kid, I grew up in the pizza place, so I kind of remember, but everybody makes their dough so different. I've seen this one guy out of New Jersey. He actually puts a little beer in his dough, and it
Yeast.
helps. Yeah, the yeast, it rises so much better.
That makes sense.
And of course, it cooks out and stuff, so you don't need that much. But it actually tastes really good. And so when you get your, even without the beer added to I'm trying to be careful in saying beer, because
That's okay.
I say it like bear, so I don't want to be made fun of on camera. So anyway, even if you don't use the beer for the yeast and stuff, you really want to smell that beery smell after the ferment. Got to say that right too, because I say ferment.
Usually says ferment.
Yeah.
I know this guy, he loves pizza as well. He started his own business in Dubai and called it tomato sauce on bread. Today it's the number 5 in all of Dubai. Is that for real? Are you being
wow.
serious? If that's serious, that's really true. That's really cool. He literally watches a ton of different videos all around the US, but
Yeah.
some of them are around the world.
Around the world, Italy, all over the place. And you know what? I seen something really cool the other day, and I want to implement it one day. I want to make the pizza dough, and then I want to put a little sauce, but I want to make bacon and eggs on it. I want a breakfast pizza.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's the coolest thing, man. I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh my God, no brainer. You could add that. Most of these pizza places, they close. They open up about, 11 to 10 or whatever. But imagine if you had a breakfast pizza. You can open up a little earlier, make, more money on your facility and
Yeah.
cash in, right?
Yeah. I mean, pizza really is, I see some of the videos that he watches, and I mean, you've got people who go from place to place all over the US trying all the different pizzas. Some of them are like rating the pizzas and saying,
Oh, that's
giving it
El
a rating.
Presidente, he does,
But then some of them
it's
are
that
like,
one bite, everyone knows the rules. El Presidente.
I mean,
in New
not
York
everybody
City.
knows that.
No?
No. There's some really interesting places. And then,
He's the owner of the Barstool.
just because you know it doesn't mean everybody knows
Anyway.
it. Like, I wouldn't know it. I'm
He's
not
awesome.
into pizza that much.
He's awesome. Look him up.
But it is interesting, or just different people sharing the different ways that they run their business, their pizza business, how they make their doughs. Those that decide to buy their dough from, I guess, a commissary or from a ghost or a kitchen.
Yeah, like Cisco or one of these other companies, or commissaries are for like prepping. So,
But some of them, they specifically buy their dough from.
if you buy it, you're not a real pizza man. No, I'm just kidding.
But I mean, is that
Everyone,
true?
they're so proud of their pizza, and I love to watch it, and because it's all different. It doesn't matter. Every batch can be different if you want it to be. So it's really unique, and if you adopt your style, I think you're known for that. I mean, Pizza Hut's known for their oily, thick crust or whatever or they do their hand tossed, and Neapolitan, like New York style, is more of the hand tossed type.
Yeah.
But I like to mix it up. I can't really eat pizza because the acidicness to the tomato sauce really kills me. And it take 1 or 2 days, and then I'm like, oh, I'm bent over, and I'm just like, I'm in pain.
Bring your dough over here and show them the dough that you made. So
The thick one or the thin?
I don't know what is.
Well,
that?
this is thicker too, but
I was talking about the round one, the raw dough. But so these are doughs that he made.
so I'll let them rise, and then I'll cook them a little bit and make them where they're cooked throughout, and then I'll go ahead and put sauce on them again and put what I need. I can make what they call a grandma pizza, where you put the ingredients and then you put just a little slivers of sauce on top, a thicker sauce, and then some ricotta on there or something,
Okay. And so that actually started as yesterday he was making a batch of dough that he was using to make funnel cakes. And
Actually, I was trying to do a little sweeter dough. Some people don't put sugar in their dough, and some do. But there's so many different ways of making it and the taste, and I'm just like experimenting and having fun with it.
so he was making dough for funnel cakes, and then he made a lot. And only him and one other kid wanted a funnel
I did it
cake.
on purpose.
And so he kept it and he used it to make these doughs. Now, what I find interesting is you added egg,
Yes.
which typically you haven't added egg in the past.
There's been a few times. I've been experimenting so many times. When I was a young kid, we used to you'll see so many people, they'll do it so different. Okay, so some with a big old vat of it, they'll put water, and they'll watch the temperature really closely. They'll put a little yeast, and then let it just go. And while it's going and turning on a hook, they'll add a couple of eggs, or depends on how big of a batch you're gonna
I didn't
make.
know that.
I mean, we put like 12 eggs when I was younger. But then I noticed later on they had changed the recipe. They didn't use any eggs, and I'm like, why did the recipe? Well, they changed because they're going a little cheaper and it tastes a little bit better. It's more, okay, whatever. And I went with it. And so then also cutting in on the sauce, they would do a 7-in-1 type of sauce, whatever. And there's so many different ways.
7-in-1 mean?
Well, they use the paste. There's a certain amount of paste to the actual sauce itself. I just don't know how to explain it, but I like to use crushed tomatoes, just not diced, but anyway, a crushed tomato, and then I'll put my own seasoning and
So
a little
does-
salt, sugar.
Does
oregano,
7-to-1
some-
mean 7-to-1
ratio,
ratio? Got it. I thought it meant like 7.
And it's so cool to see them use or talk about. I forgot what it is. How they say it. It's the moisture in the dough, and they'll say, "Okay, what's your moisture ratio?" And it's like so scientific, you know.
Yeah.
And then even in the way they cook it, some people will put, you know, what is it, semolina, the flour,
flour.
along with different flours, and they'll cook it. Some will put it underneath and help with the baking. Some actually mix it. Some use 00 flour. Some use bread dough, sour or whatever, bread dough flour.
Yeah, I have noticed
then-
that you've played around with bread dough flour and then all-purpose flour. What do you think the differences are?
You know, I don't know. They all really, it's basic. So it all pretty much to me comes out okay. The only difference is like when you have it, when you add the yeast and you give it time to ferment, that's the most important thing in this whole deal, because you really want it to smell like a beer, like it's actually fermenting.
Sour.
And that's what gives it the extra flavor. So you're looking, and extra crisp. If you want it really crisp and glazed underneath, you add a little more sugar, and then you could get it really crunchy. One day I made one because one of the boys wanted it more crunchy. He goes, "Oh, this one's doughy." I went, "Okay, the next one I'll make really crunchy." So I added more salt and sugar, more sugar than salt. But anyways, I did let it ferment for a lot more time.
Longer period of time.
Longer period. And I thinned it out and I rolled it a lot thinner, but maybe just really even. And then I cooked it. Well, that's thicker.
So
that's
this
going to be
one-
a thicker one.
Yeah. How long are you going to let it sit on here?
Well, that's it.
So what if you didn't cook with this tonight, could you put it in the fridge?
Absolutely. That's what I was
Covered
planning
up?
on doing anyway.
So what causes the bubbles to happen?
The yeast. That's when you know you're doing the right job. When I'll poke a few of them, and some I'll just leave them there for a reason. It makes it airy and really nice and crunchy when you're eating it, and it's a thicker pizza.
It smells good. It smells really good. That's cool.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, so we're not having pizza for dinner tonight. We've had a lot of pizza, but I do like that so many of these doughs are very versatile. And so will you cook the dough will you cook it on here first for a little bit?
Yeah.
Before you top it?
Actually, I did kind of warm it up a little bit too.
Yeah, it looked like it on the
Just a
edges.
little bit. Just so it'll.
It smells good. It smells really good. All right. Okay. So I'm going to make King Ranch chicken for dinner.
Let's do it.
Well, I'm not going to do it live, but
Oh.
if you guys want cooking videos, I have tons of them here on the channel. I show you how to cook for your family on a budget. Hop over to the channel. You can see I love to take leftovers and reinvent them into something else, which actually he's the expert of that. But
You almost got me with that thumb.
I love to shop on a budget for our grocery items and then turn it into dinner. Find all the different
Okay,
ways.
let's talk about pizza. Now, there's so many different cheeses too. So you could decide on, if you want different types of mozzarellas, and they also have
Do you
the
know what-
mozz.
Do you know what this
They
is?
call it mozzarella.
That's Gouda. I don't
this
know
is
that you
Gouda.
would want that on a
Sure,
pizza.
you could put Gouda on a pizza. It's cheese. So you can put a mixture of different cheeses on there if you want. You make it your own. Okay, I'm sorry.
No, I'm used to you interrupting me.
Oh, no, you didn't. No.
He thinks of something and he's got to say it right now.
Oh,
That's
forget
okay.
it. It's the old man brain.
I got menopause brain, so I get it. Anyway, I'm going to make King Ranch chicken for dinner. We will put that dough in the fridge, and I guess those doughs.
Yeah, we wrap it so
We really need a commercial fridge. We really, really do.
I work on them all the time.
So,
Always,
We'll have pizza another night. I'm gonna make King Ranch chicken. I've got to figure out which of these cheeses I'm gonna use since I really don't have any cheese, enough of one on hand. I think I might run these through the
Why don't
food
you
processor.
Just mix it.
Well,
Put them all, I mean, you don't have to.
I'm not
process.
doing that because these are the American cheese that are very processed and they're
Plasticky.
not gonna melt. Like they don't melt.
You have to add.
I meant to go get cheese today, but I didn't. So that's okay. I'm gonna figure it out. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out with us. I'm gonna take what's left of this rotisserie chicken. I'm gonna make dinner, and then I'm gonna save the bones and the skin,
I wish you would make the chicken pot pie. It is
and
so
I will
good.
make chicken broth with it. So I have a video on how to do that, guys. It's so easy. You can make stock or broth. I'm not making chicken pot pie because I made it last week. So that's a video that's coming up.
But it's awesome.
That's a video that's coming up, actually. I'm gonna step on his foot. Would you stop
That means
interrupting
be
me?
quiet.
I actually made my own pie crust and I'm gonna show you how to do that. It was so easy. I used a recipe that was no chilling required. You don't have to make it a day in advance, no rising.
And trust me, I was
was
watching
good.
it. I was watching what she was doing.
He was.
'Cause it's very basic too.
Yeah, it was.
And it was pretty good.
I was a little nervous because I've never made pie crust before. And I feel like you have become kind of this dough expert.
No.
Yeah, so anyway. All right, there you have it, guys. I guess I'll take a picture of our dinner when it's done and maybe post it on here. But if you're new here, go hop over and check out my channel. I do lots of grocery hauls and then lots of cooking on a budget for my large family. All right, guys, and you can check out my blog, crystalandcump.com, where I have
Come.
like
.com.
3,000 recipes over there, literally. So, all right, guys, thanks for hanging out with us. We'll see you later. Bye.
Later.
Bye. I gotta figure out how to turn it off from afar. I don't see the button. Oh, nope, you did it wrong. Hold on. Nope. You're gonna invite people to come on the screen. Please don't touch it. Hold on.
Oh, hello.
All right, we're gonna turn it around. Hold on, I gotta get out of here.